I'm Helen from Journal with Purpose and welcome to my latest video. Today I'm going to be sharing a flip through of my bullet journal pages from August so far, along with my setup for September. I keep my bullet journal inside this personalised etched cover from Start Bay Notebooks, and the journal I'm using is a dotted Rhodia Gold book. So these are my August pages, which you would have seen the setup for in my last bullet journal video. And now I'll share how they're looking when we're nearing the end of the month. So my calendar's looking nice and full. I do put things like appointments and deadlines in here, but also a note of things that I've been working on, or when videos are coming out, or when I'm releasing things on Patreon. So I've got a full record there of what's going on during the month. These were also the main tasks that I set myself, and once they're finished I put the X in them, and if they're kind of work in progress then I put a little half line in there. And then right at the end of the month I'll fill out my social media numbers and do a quick end of month review, just thinking about how the month's been and anything I want to change for September. And this is my master task list. This is kind of everything that I want to do, ideally perhaps during this month, but not necessarily. And I split that into Journal with Purpose, so any projects I'm working on all go down here. Anything I want to post on social media, HR work and things for me and around the home. And this is just a little post-it note. I think I mentioned it last month with some creative projects I'm working on. These are just personal projects, and I know that I won't get them all done in the month, but I can just then at the end of the month take that over onto my next month's list so that I don't have to keep writing it out again and again. And then this is my gratitude log, and this always forms part of my monthly setup. So I just write a line every evening of things that I'm grateful for, or a minimum of a line. And it really helps me at the end of the day, if I've been really busy, perhaps overwhelmed by everything I've got to do, and August has been a really busy month, to take a little time to reflect on the things that I'm grateful for. And this is my habit tracker, and so I list here things that I think will help me stay on track. So key projects, making sure I'm working on those, not spending my time just being busy on things that aren't very important. So healthy eating, water intake, exercise, good sleep, so things like that here. And then this is for where I'm posting on different platforms. So again, I've got an overview by the end of the month of how active I've been in different places. Behind that, I've got my Be Proud pages, and again, the same with my gratitude log. I try and write down at least one line a day of things I've done that I feel proud of myself for. And I think it's really important because it's easy to feel that you're not doing well at certain things and look at things perhaps on your task list that you didn't get to. So taking a bit of time to reflect on the things you did do, I think is really important. So I've got things here like did a Joe Wicks workout, got the house tidied up, taking better care of my skin, created some new pages in my sketchbook. So it's just a really lovely exercise to do in the evenings. And filling out these lines in the evening probably takes me no more than 5 minutes, and yet the benefits it brings me, I think, just far outweigh the time I spend on this. And my one line is just a quick summary of what I've been up to that day, which is really helpful if I fall behind with my fuller daily journal. If I've got some little notes here, they act as prompts for me to go and think about the things that happened that day. And this is my YouTube tracker, so I write down a list of things that I want to film that month, and when I've filmed them, edited and released them. So I've still got a few others I'd like to work on, but I think they'll probably move into September now. Same with my blog and free printables that I release over there. And this is my mood tracker for the month. All of these were from my printables bundle from August. So just filling that, just colouring one flower in every evening as well. And then I've got my Patreon plan, so just my calendar of when I want to be sharing different content over there. And then we get into my weekly and daily plans. And the washi tapes from here are from my new range with London Gifties. And so I break this down into different columns, and the structure really helps me. So this is my events, or it could be deadlines, things that I'm working on. So I tend to fill this out on a Sunday, set it up at some point over the weekend, and then start planning out what I want to get done when, along with any appointments and things I've got booked in. And then these are my top 3 things that I want to get done every day, though at the weekend sometimes it's only 1 or 2. My main tasks for the week, anything I know that I've got that's either coming up the next week, or if I've got projects here that I don't get done, I put a little forward arrow and pop them in there. And then when I set up for the following week, I start with these as my priority. And then a quick review at the end of the week just as to how things have gone. And behind that, that's where my daily task list sits, and I just take up as much space as I need every day. And then that structure stays the same throughout all of the weeks in the month. And I've been using this for a long time now, this particular setup, and it just works so well for me. I often have lots and lots on the go, lots of different projects, deadlines and personal things I want to be working on. And this is really what helps me to stay on track with them all. And so this is the current week, so it's only half completed at the moment. And so again, then at the end of the week, I've already got some things in there that I know I need to be doing next week, so that I've already jotted those there. And that helps me when I'm thinking about commitments. Anything else I take on is being aware of what I've already got coming up. And then anything here which doesn't get done by the end of the week, again, will be moved over. So that's my pages for August so far. And then this is my setup for September. So for my printable bundles, I went for a lemon and lime theme. And with my calendar, I've just written down things that I know are coming up. And again, I'll write down my main tasks right probably at the end of August when I know anything that hasn't got done and any new commitments I might have taken on. I have been asked about how I store my printable stickers, and I have shared it before, but I've got this really great sticker book. It's a meatballs sticker book. I've got 2 of them actually now from London Gifties. And I tend to cut my stickers out or print them out on transparent sticker paper, but also some of them on white sticker paper. And then in the evenings, if I'm watching TV and relaxing, I just spend a few minutes cutting some out. So I do it over the course of a couple of weeks, and it's really handy then, because then whenever you want a sticker, they're just there and ready to go. So I tend to put all of my printables in here as I print off a couple of sets at the beginning of the month, but also any physical sticker sheets that I've got. If I've got just a few left, rather than having stacks and stacks of them, I just put any spare ones in these sticker books too. So yeah, that's how I handle those. And I've got the 2 books and whatever coloured washi tape or things I'm working on, I then just flick through and look for any decorations that I think might tie in with that theme. So I hope that helps. I don't know if Christine's still got these in stock in London Gifties, but I'll try and remember to have a look and leave them linked down below. Even if you don't use printables, if you've just got loads of sticker sheets, it's a great way of condensing them down. So for my master task list, again, right before the beginning of September, I will just jot down anything here that needs to move across from last month's list. And my setup with my gratitude log, habit tracker, be proud on 1 line. Followed again by YouTube blog, my mood tracker, and also my Patreon plan for the month. Well, I really hope you've enjoyed that, and perhaps it's given you some ideas for your own bullet journal. If you do have any questions, then please feel free to ask them down below. As always, I want to say a massive thank you to everybody who's joined me over on Patreon. Thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you're doing really well. I look forward to speaking with you really soon in my next video.